So I just want to understand what you're arguing. You're arguing that, well, okay, so liberty, yeah, you're taking it seriously. You're interested in the constitutional framework or all the rules we have in place that can affect liberty before we get into one of these situations like the pandemic. And I'm just trying to understand what you're arguing. You want to make sure that we've got the right mechanisms or the right infrastructure in place so that we make the right decisions, or what are you arguing exactly?
Well, I'm arguing that if you're serious about liberty, you accept that sometimes governments, you accept a few things. You accept that governments need, in the final analysis, to have quite draconian powers if we're at war and so on. So that puts the focus on safeguards, and it also puts the focus on the importance of legitimacy. So in the post that I did during COVID, I said I would have thought that it would be a good idea during COVID, if you want to introduce these emergency measures, have us, and we talk about this a lot now. It's one of the things I go on about, which is you could have a jury, a body of randomly selected citizens who are there, who are paid to turn up every week and to look at what's going on, and the government can't do things that it objects to. I think that would have protected a lot of governments and would have protected us from a lot of the culture war that we saw, because these kinds of things need to reflect they need to reflect a sense of legitimacy, and they need to reflect the confidence of people that they're doing what they think is the right things and for the right reasons. And there was the activism against mask mandates, for instance, was because I regard mask mandates as the least intrusive and the most evidence-based, or the least intrusive kind of intervention you could have. And I would be I think it would be good if we had mask mandates on public transport properly enforced even now. And again, that's a virus is a public good, is an externality. These are difficult questions, and so you want to find a way to navigate them with proper community involvement, and that's not really what we. If we simply have governments and the usual sort of activism against those governments, it becomes very easy to turn it into a kind of standard issue culture war, which is what we saw more in the United States than here, but certainly it's become that way here to a substantial extent.